Hi everyone, my name is Janelle and I am the creative director here at Thirst. This is my husband Byron, he's the interim youth director here at Thirst. And today we are on Friday, the last day in the week of peace. One thing I forgot to say, which now I'm just looking down and seeing the songs, don't forget to listen to the songs that are listed in there. I have the playlist on the website, but you can find them on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen to your music. So just make sure to check those out because there's some really good songs in there. All right, so today we are reading Isaiah 41, 8 through 10. And this is a New Living Translation. It always says a translation next to it, but just so you know. But as for you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, my chosen one, descendant from Abraham, my friend, I have called you back from the ends of the earth, saying you are my servant, for I have chosen you and will not throw you away. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. So this is first of all, it's a really beautiful verse section. In general, I love Isaiah. I dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety growing up, and there's so much in Isaiah where you just, there's literally, I forget what verses, I think it's Isaiah 46, but I could be wrong, where he's talking about springs in the desert, in the wilderness, and see here, I'm doing a new thing. And that spoke to me over and over again, where I just felt lost in the wilderness, essentially. And so Isaiah really speaks to my heart. But this verse in particular, because this is part of and I have you guys do the exercise, so please do it in the devotional, but this is from the Bible, but the exercise is from The Gift of Hard Things by Mark Yaconelli. And it's a devotion I bought after my brother passed away. Obviously, going through something hard and just trying to kind of figure out who is God in all of this space, and who is God when things are bad, really bad, And I really enjoyed this devotional. If you have gone through anything difficult or are currently experiencing something, I highly recommend getting the devotional. It's really beautiful. But so he has you do this exercise where you place Jacob and Israel with your own name. And this idea that God is calling on you specifically, which is something that I think we often miss when we're reading the Bible. It's so easy to think of the Israelites or to think of the disciples or the people that Jesus was specifically talking to. But God is calling you, and that's where when you look at these verses and you see generations, when you see descendants, when you see these words that you're kind of looking what does this mean for me when I read the Old Testament? Those things are describing you, you are the generations to come. You are the descendants. We are now, as Byron was saying a few days ago, we are now grafted into this family, So I just love this section and the kind of the exercise where you use your name in this way to really hear God calling you specifically.
Right. And this is a verse that just makes it so personal because, this happened where Jesus came 2,000 years ago, and it seems like something in such the distant past, but to be reminded that, he did die for all of us, but, he did die for you, or he did die for me, or for all of you watching. This was a personal thing that God did for you, to be close to you. And if you read through the whole Bible, you see how God is just wanting to get back to his people so badly, and that he just wants to be so close to you, and he's the one that bridges the gap every time for you to then enter that space. And now we get to be close to him, and in fact there is no more temple. The temple is our body, and that's how close it is to us. And just to have these verses where he just calls you out, that you are chosen and you will not be thrown away, to not be afraid because he is always with us. Mm-hmm. It's just such an encouraging verse for any time that you are going through anything difficult.
Right, especially verse 10. One, I love the I've chosen you, but then also don't be afraid, for I'm with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up in my victorious right hand. Mm-hmm. Just where you can see that if you're having a hard time for whatever reason, maybe it's just a bad day, maybe you're experiencing a difficult season. This is God speaking to you and to your heart and your experiences, not just to the Israelites, thousands of years ago. So that's today. Please do the exercise. with yourself or with your family, however you're doing the devotion, and just ask God to speak to you in this space and hear what his heart is for you. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Once again, you can get the Advent, thirsttobehour.com/Advent. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.